And let's just see if any of those shots and glimpses of the runners in the paddock that you've just seen have played any influence with the market on course or on Betfair. 2-1 joint favourites, yes, is the answer. Etamine de Cochet remains at 2s, but Poperinghe Ginger is the one who's been back. 94, 2-1, out to 94, back to 2-1. And it's pretty much 3 horses in the market. Jilly the Jet's 11-4, then it's 9-1, I'm a Believer, and 20-1 Bart. Little bit of money for Miss Molly May, 28 into 20-1.
And that is the amount of Noel Feely for Neil Mulholland. Miss Molly May, but as Alex has told you, Etamine du Cochet and Poperinghe Ginger are 2-1 joint favourites for this race, which is due off in 3 minutes, but they've only just all left the paddock, yeah, so we'll see.
They haven't got far to go.
They haven't, no. But
no, I think they'll be fine. They've been starting more or less to time, apart from one race where there was a bit of faffing around.
Now, you said at the end of our piece in the paddock you want to go and have a good look at, I think it was Miss Molinari. What were your observations of her and anything else we didn't show?
Well, she was still rugged up, and you know, the pedigree offers you some hope, but the market's not suggesting very much. The trainer wasn't entirely convinced she was about to start her career on a blaze of glory.
Okay, that's got me thinking what he actually said. But you're not going to say. Right. Poperinghe Ginger 7-4, 2-1 Etamine du Cochet. We did see I'm a Believer. But Miss Molly May, the one that's come in 28s from 20s,
we did.
Started in bumper, finished 12th there, but hasn't been seen for a year.
No, we haven't seen her for a year. The trip ought to be fine, and that's about the best thing in terms of her prospects. But I mean, obviously, look, this is a significantly weakish trappy contest. I mean, the 2 horses you suspect might have the most ability, who are Etamine de Cochet and Jilly the Jet, have coming into this off the back of very disappointing efforts. Right, well, Etamine de Cochet reportedly lame. Obviously that would explain that, but it's still a concern. Jilly the Jet blew out big time, having made the running at Ludlow. I can forgive that as well, but you know, others might not. And at least you know
he was quite positive on her at Ludlow, and imagining she was going to stay, and she did fade.
Yeah, but she was too keen, a bit free all the way around, and so also stumbled quite badly at the first hurdle, and it might just have affected her in some way.
I think the lad who was leading around number 7, Liz's Dream, she wasn't giving him the best time going around the paddock. She won a bumper on her debut for Laura Mongan at Fontwell the summer of 2017. 2 runs for this yard. The most recent, she whipped round at the start and didn't take part at Carlisle. There she is. We'll see. Let's hope she at least jumps off today.
At least. Oh yeah. Well, dear.
There is toe. So she's seen the starting tape and thought, no.
I was thinking her keenness to drag the lad around the paddock, all good well. This doesn't. Because she looks like
you saw it very quickly there. From
yeah.
Cantering along quite happily.
Yeah, no, you want me to do that again?
Yeah.
I'm not having any of that. We'll see.
Stupid.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, at least in a sense the safe one is it Poperinghe Ginger? Anyway, whatever it is.
Where's Stuart Machin when you need him?
Well,
he'd know.
I thought she did quite well, given that she was getting out jumped at every hurdle, to keep in touch for as long as she did in what was a pretty deep race at Haydock.
Quite a deep race to start her off in, wasn't it?
It was, and she was only ended up beating 20-odd lengths.
And heavy ground when her very respectable National Hunt flat form in the autumn was achieved on good.
Exactly. There we go.
Pretty close to good today.
And the other one, briefly, I'd like to mention is Elska, who hasn't finished in point-to-points and hasn't done a great deal under rules, but the run at Southwell in a bumper 3 starts ago wasn't that bad, and I'm pretty convinced she's got some ability. And
there's a flash of it, certainly at Fontwell in December. Never threatening, but a flash of something, isn't there?
Yeah, she couldn't hold her place. I don't think she particularly liked the ground, but I'm hopeful of a little better from her.
Okay, just the minute past post time. And fingers crossed for Liz's Dream at the start here. At the moment, Jack Quinlan's got her going forward. She's in the pack, and let's hope that she takes part here. Tim Peters has been the man calling them home. All previous 5 races this afternoon. He's got 1 left to go. And in anticipation of them taking a turn and coming straight in, we'll thank him for his hard work and go and join him for the final time today.
Thank you, David. Said with such feeling as well. Yeah, runners about to take a turn then for the finale. As I say, we'll keep an eye on Liz's Dream because of her antics last time. Let's hope she does cooperate today. We'll be jumping 10 flights. Going about then Busy Lily and Etamine Ducochet, the well-fancied Popperinghi Ginger, and Gilly the Jet, the 3, certainly the forefront of the market. They've been called in. So walking forwards. They're off, racing for the finale, and Liz's Dream has jumped off okay. So good news there for the Weatherby's General Studbook Mares Maiden Hurdle over 2 miles and 4.5 furlongs. I'm a Believer under a fierce hold out the back, as Etamine Ducochet is sharing the lead early on. So head down towards the first flight. Elska is also fairly handy. Popperinghi Ginger under a bit of a pull in 3rd place in the striped jacket. In behind runners is Easy on the Eye, now the mount of Brendan Powell as they clear the first flight, where not that fluent over the first was Gilly the Jet, the horse with the big white face, in 5th position. Just ridden a little bit on landing was Miss Molinari. That was more in greenness though. Still at the back under a fierce early pull is I'm a Believer, who just cannot settle at the moment for Wayne Hutchinson as they head towards flight number 2. Etamine Ducochet this time wasn't that fluent over the flight, with for company out wide Elska. Reminders out wide for Miss Molinari, a few of these taking time to get into any kind of rhythm. Popperinghi Ginger's in 3rd place with Easy on the Eye. Then comes Miss Molinari, who's out wide. The white face of Gilly the Jet in 6th place. Miss Molly May, the nose-banded runner, comes next. Liz's Dream in behind, with I'm a Believer still under a very strong early pull. At the back of the field, running slightly wider, is Woodfield Robin and Ben Post as they head towards flight number 3 of the 10. Etamine Ducochet looking for that first win, a series of 2nd places already to her form. She jumped that flight a lot better. Over in front from in 2nd place is Elska. Then in 3rd in the stripes is Popperinghi Ginger for Keelan Woods. Then in behind that is Easy on the Eye. First start for 766 days for her. Up by the rail is Gilly the Jet in 5th position under Nico de Boinville. His only ride for the Nicky Henderson team today. Running next is Miss Molinari. He's been pretty green so far through the race, hopefully getting more into an even keel now, followed by Miss Molly May, the nose-banded runner. Still out the back we have Woodfield Robin as they clear the next flight, Liz's Dream as well, and still very certainly refusing to settle, very keen is I'm a Believer. She just wants to go that much quicker, but at the moment she just hasn't settled at all as Etamine Ducochet got over in front, rather fiddled her way over, but she leads by 3 lengths to Popperinghi Ginger, who's just about 2nd with Elska for company slightly wider. Then comes Gilly the Jet, who's sharing 4th place with Easy on the Eye. Miss Molly May comes next for Noel Feely, out wide as Miss Molinari. Then comes Liz's Dream in between those 2. Woodfield Robin, and still under a very fierce pull is I'm a Believer, who's now gone a circuit and has still refused to settle. They've got a circuit to go then in the Weatherby's General Studbook Mares Maiden Hurdle. They do it all again, 1.25 miles left to go. Etamine Ducochet leading by about 2 lengths to Popperinghi Ginger, who's in 2nd place, just keeping an eye on this leader. Ridden certainly more positively from the front today. In 3rd position is Elska on the outside of Gilly the Jet, who's in 4th. Then comes Easy on the Eye. Miss Molly May is by the rail with Liz's Dream for company. Woodfield Robin just gone back through the field, passed by I'm a Believer now, who's just relegated her to back marker. Miss Molinari is just losing her position as well out wide. So heading down towards the next, Etamine Ducochet leading from Popperinghi Ginger in 2nd. Then comes Gilly the Jet in 3rd. The leader again a bit untidy. Gilly the Jet wasn't that fluent either over in 3rd place. Then comes Easy on the Eye, who's next. Out slightly wider is Elska. Miss Molly May, Noel Feely is in to 4th place now up on the inside, the nose-banded runner. Liz's Dream in behind with I'm a Believer, who's passed about 2 or 3. Miss Molinari is struggling out the back, as is Woodfield Robin. Those two are quickly dropping out, as now is Elsker as well. So Etamine Ducochet leading by half a length to Poperinghi Ginger in second. Then in third place, Gilly the Jet, trying to improve now. Miss Molly May from Liz's Dream, who's next. Moving into sixth place is I'm a Believer, who's just moving into that position now ahead of Easy on the Eye, and they are stretching out at wide intervals. Etamine Ducochet still in the lead here. Going on from Poperinghi Ginger in second. Then comes Gilly the Jet in third as they clear 3 from the finish. Poperinghi Ginger wasn't that clever there. Gilly the Jet also again did lack a bit of fluency. They're still clear of Miss Molly May, Liz's Dream, and I'm a Believer. So making their way for home. Etamine Ducochet looking for that first win. 2 lengths clear. Hasn't shaken off Gilly the Jets or Poperinghi Ginger, who's trying to stay on again as they make their way down towards the final 2. They're a long way clear of Liz's Dream. And then comes I'm a Believer, and dropping out tamely now Miss Molly May. Heading then down towards the final 2. Etamine Ducochet out to the left as we look is over, 2 lengths in hand. Miss Molly May and behind has been pulled up. Poperinghi Ginger trying to pick up as well with Gilly the Jet. These two have got plenty to do to catch Etamine Ducochet though. Final flight, Etamine Ducochet by 3 lengths. A crashing fall for Gilly the Jet. And now Poperinghi Ginger is the only danger to this leader. Etamine Ducochet all out from Poperinghi Ginger. He's got 2 lengths to find. Etamine Ducochet being really hard driven. Poperinghi Ginger is staying on. Etamine Ducochet last out and wins. Beats Poperinghi Ginger, who stayed on for second. Then came Liz's Dream in third, and then in fourth was I'm a Believer, and in fifth place was Miss Molinari.
She just made it, Etamine Ducochet, with 3 second places on her CV. It looked as though she had it won hands down at the last under Harry Skelton. She held on by probably no more than a half length from the strong finishing Poperinghi Ginger in second place. Liz's Dream inherited third with the last flight fall of Gilly the Jet. We hope that she got up okay. We'll bring you news on that when we can, as we see Etamine Ducochet get reeled back, hauled back by Keelan Woods and Poperinghi Ginger, but not quite.
No, 3 or 4 more strides than it would have been, and she's either out on a tether or just feel that she's done enough and isn't doing a tap on the running. But eventually she's justified favouritism. She's been quite expensive to follow, but made it quite simple today, made the running, fluffed 1 or 2 hurdles, but essentially, like you said, looked as if she had it in safekeeping at the last, and it's just clung on.
I'm a Believer was pulling from the word go, and you know, at this stage Wayne Hutchinson is just keeping her covered up and trying to get her to switch off, but she wouldn't. And by the time she actually had the call from the jockey to actually go and run, there wasn't much there
to switch on.
Yeah.
Yes, she had switched off for a different reason. Yes, I know you can't go through a race like that and hope to perform anywhere near the level of your ability.
No. So the top 3 were in the top 3 positions. Gilly the Jet was a small mistake at that hurdle. In the end, Liz's Dream has actually stayed on quite nicely in the straight. She would have only been 4th, but for Gilly the Jet coming down at the last, but she was running on.
Yeah, well, she's been beaten 18 lengths by the front 2, and I mean the good thing about the race in one sense was that the three obvious ones were putting daylight between themselves and everyone else from some way out, and you know, they looked the 3 that ought to fight it out, and they duly did.
I hope everything's okay with Miss Molly May. She was in 4th, and I don't know whether she lost her action or what, but Noel Feely eased off on a pretty